Hey you, ready to go deep on something pretty mind-blowing?
We're diving into the world of AI.
Not just AI that chats, but AI that can actually work for you.
Exactly. We're unpacking how the AI employee feature was built step by step.
Think of it as taking a peek behind the curtain of a cutting-edge tech innovation.
Kind of like a,
Okay, so let's set the scene. Imagine you're building a business, a med spa in this case.
okay.
You're awesome at facials, but maybe not so awesome at answering phones, scheduling appointments, handling upset clients. That's where this AI employee comes in.
Right. Makes sense.
Nee, you need a website,
Mhm.
but coding is not your thing.
This is where the AI steps in.
Right.
It can whip up a basic website for you in a flash. All you have to do is answer 3 questions.
It's like magic, but with less smoke and mirrors.
Pretty much.
I've seen it in action, and it really is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But let's be real, those stock photos it uses,
Yeah.
sometimes they're a bit off, right?
Let's just say a photo of a robot giving a massage might not be the best look for your med spa. But hey, the AI gets you a functional website up and running in minutes from there. You can use it to polish up the website copy. Want to sound more professional, more persuasive?
Yeah.
The AI can do that too.
So we've got a website, now we need someone to answer the phones. This is where it gets really interesting. The AI can actually act as your receptionist.
Exactly. It can handle all those inbound calls 24/7.
Wow.
But there's a little techie detail here. You need something called an LC number with A2P verification,
Okay.
basically. This makes sure the AI can send and receive calls and texts smoothly.
It's like giving your AI a phone line and a permission slip to use it. And get this, these AI voices come with different personalities and accents.
Oh, for sure.
There's one called Samantha who has this super cool British accent. I kind of want her to answer my phone, even if it's not for business.
It's all about finding the right voice to represent your brand. But this AI receptionist can do way more than just answer calls.
Oh.
It can even detect if a caller is getting angry
Whoa.
and automatically transfer them to a manager.
Now that's what I call a stress reliever. No more dealing with angry clients first thing in the morning.
Exactly.
All you have to do is make sure you've given the AI your manager's number, including the +1 for the area code, and you're good to go.
It's all about taking care of those little details beforehand so the AI can handle things smoothly. And while it's on the call, it can also be collecting information like the caller's name and email. But here's where it gets really powerful. It can trigger specific workflows based on what the caller says.
Workflows. So the AI can basically take action based on the conversation.
You got it. Behind the scenes, we have something called the prompt builder.
Okay.
It's like a set of instructions for the AI. You can tell it, if the caller says this, then do that. It's this whole behind-the-scenes world that most people don't even realize is going on.
So let's say someone calls the med spa and wants to know what services you offer. Instead of the AI trying to list every single service.
Which, let's be honest, would
Yeah.
get pretty boring pretty fast.
Exactly. What happens?
You can actually set it up so the AI sends them a link to a page with all the details.
Oh.
Problem solved. And the caller gets exactly what they need.
So smart. But what if someone calls and is already angry? Like, they're demanding to speak to the manager right now?
Well, we already know the AI can transfer the call, but it doesn't stop there. While it's connecting them, it can also send a text alert to the manager, giving them a heads up about the situation.
That way the manager is totally prepared, even before they pick up the phone. That's seriously impressive. But this AI receptionist is more than just a receptionist, right? What if someone calls with a medical emergency?
You raise a really good point. That's where responsible AI comes in. We've programmed it to recognize these situations and immediately tell the caller to hang up and dial 911. Their safety is the top priority.
It's amazing how you've thought of all these different scenarios. But even with all this advanced technology, there's always room for improvement, isn't there?
Absolutely. We're always testing and refining. When we did live tests with the AI employee, it did a phenomenal job overall. But there were little things we noticed. For example, if someone asked about the cost of a service, the AI would give a general answer instead of just sending them the price list directly.
It's those little tweaks that can make a big difference.
Exactly. We're constantly working to make sure the AI is giving the most helpful and relevant information possible.
Okay, so we've covered AI building websites, answering phones, and handling all sorts of different situations. What else can this AI employee do?
Yeah.
Fill me in.
We've talked about all the amazing things this AI employee can do, but you might be wondering how it all actually works.
Right, it feels kind of like magic. What's going on behind the scenes to make this AI so smart?
Well, it's not magic, though it might feel like it. It all starts with something called natural language processing, or
That-
NLP for short. It's basically how we teach computers to understand human language.
So, we're teaching computers to speak our language? That's pretty wild.
It is. We feed the AI huge amounts of data, text, audio, you name it, so it can learn all the little quirks of how we communicate. Everything from basic grammar to slang.
So the AI is like a student learning a new language. But how does it actually learn from all that information?
That's where machine learning comes in. Think of it like giving the AI a set of tools and rules to analyze that data and figure out patterns. It's constantly learning and refining its understanding.
Okay, so the more data the AI gets, the smarter it becomes.
Exactly. And with the AI employee, we've taken things even further with deep learning. Imagine the AI's brain is like a network of interconnected paths. Deep learning allows it to process information in a way that's similar to how our own brains work, making connections and drawing conclusions.
That sounds super complex. Can you give me a simple example of how that works?
Imagine you're teaching a child to recognize different animals. You start by showing them pictures and saying, this is a cat, this is a dog.
Hmm,
With deep learning, we're doing the same thing with the AI, but on a much grander scale. We show it tons of examples, and it gradually learns to identify the unique features of each animal.
so the AI is building its own encyclopedia of animal knowledge in its brain.
You got it. And the more it learns, the better it gets at recognizing even the most subtle differences between animals. Pretty amazing, right?
It really is. But are there any limits to what this AI can do? It can't be perfect, right?
Of course not. AI is still a relatively new field. And even with deep learning, there are things it can find tricky. For example, understanding humor or sarcasm can be difficult for AI.
So it might accidentally tell a client, oh, I love your new haircut, when they're actually really upset about it.
Exactly. We're working on improving the AI's ability to understand these subtle aspects of human communication. But it's a fascinating challenge.
It sounds like building this AI employee is a delicate balance between pushing the boundaries of what's possible and recognizing that it's still learning.
You nailed it. It's all about constant innovation and improvement. Now, you mentioned earlier that the AI can write content for things like social media posts and websites. Can you give me some real-world examples of how businesses are using this feature?
I'd love to hear more about that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to say the AI can write, but how are people actually using it?
Well, imagine you're a restaurant owner and you want to promote a new menu item on social media. Instead of spending hours trying to come up with the perfect caption, you can use the AI to generate some catchy options for you.
The AI is like a virtual marketing assistant,
Yeah.
taking care of those time-consuming tasks so the business owner can focus on,
Yeah.
actually running their restaurant.
Exactly. And it's not just about writing captions. The AI can also analyze data from your social media accounts to see what's working, identify trends, and even suggest strategies to reach more customers.
Wow, that's incredible. It's like having a data scientist and a creative writer all rolled into one. But what about reviews? I know a lot of businesses struggle with managing online reviews. Can the AI help with that too?
Absolutely. We have a feature called Reviews AI that can automatically respond to reviews on platforms like Google and Facebook. You can set it up to reply after a certain amount of time, thanking people for positive reviews and addressing any negative feedback.
That's a huge time saver,
Yeah.
especially for busy business owners who are already juggling a million things. It's all starting to make sense now how all these features work together to create this AI employee that can handle so many different tasks.
That's the beauty of it. It's like having a whole team of virtual assistants, all powered by AI, working tirelessly for you. But with all this talk about the amazing things AI can do, it's important to remember that we're still in the early stages of this technology.
Right. AI is evolving so rapidly. What does the future hold for the AI employee?
It really is exciting to think about where we can go from here. One area we're super focused on is integrating even more advanced language models into the AI employee. It's like giving it a massive brain upgrade, allowing it to handle even more complex tasks and conversations.
So we're talking about an AI that's even more conversational, more human-like in its interactions.
Exactly. Imagine an AI that can not only understand what you're saying, but also anticipate your needs. It could offer suggestions or solutions before you even ask, based on past interactions and patterns.
That's mind-blowing. But what about those areas where AI still struggles, like understanding humor or sarcasm? Will the AI ever be able to get those nuances?
It's a challenge for sure, but AI is constantly evolving. We're exploring new techniques, like sentiment analysis, to help the AI better understand the emotions behind the words. It's all about teaching it to read between the lines.
So someday I might actually be able to tell my AI employee a joke and have it laugh along with me.
It's definitely possible. As AI models become more sophisticated, they'll get better at understanding things like context, humor, even cultural references.
That's pretty incredible. But let's zoom out for a second. How do you see this AI employee changing the way we work in the future?
Well, we believe AI has the power to completely transform the way we work. Imagine a world where all those tedious, repetitive tasks are handled seamlessly by AI. That frees up humans to focus on the things we're really good at, things that require creativity, strategy, and human connection.
So it's not about robots taking over our jobs, but about humans and AI working together in a more balanced and efficient way.
Exactly. It's all about collaboration. AI can handle the heavy lifting, giving humans the space to focus on innovation, problem solving, and building relationships.
I love that vision. But with any new technology, there are bound to be some challenges.
Huh.
What are some of the hurdles we might face as AI becomes more integrated into our workplaces?
One of the biggest challenges is making sure that everyone has access to these powerful AI tools. Regardless of their technical skills, we need to make AI user-friendly and accessible to everyone so that no one is left behind in this technological revolution.
That's so important. We don't want to create a situation where only certain people or businesses can benefit from AI. It needs to be something that empowers everyone.
Absolutely. And as AI evolves, we need to be very mindful of how it's being used. We have a responsibility to ensure that AI is being developed and deployed ethically,
Yeah.
that it's used to create a better future for everyone.
It sounds like there's a lot to consider, but also a lot to be excited about. This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of the AI employee. I'm truly blown away by everything it can do, and even more excited to see what the future holds.
It's an exciting time to be in the forefront of this technology. And for those of you listening who are eager to learn more about the AI employee and maybe even start building your own AI workforce, we'll be sure to include some helpful resources in the show notes.
That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us on this journey. We hope you've enjoyed learning about the AI employee and are as excited as we are about the potential of AI to transform the way we work and live. Until next time.